I said before, our first video is Geography Chapter 8 Human Settlements. So let's begin. If you wish, you can keep your material together because it will be easier for you to understand. Let's begin then with the introduction. Then here means before. Now means today. So it says that before, in ancient time, long back, human beings used to live in caves. And now, with the advent of technology and everything, human beings are living in skyscrapers. And before, that is in past, it was a necessity for humans to live in scattered houses. Now this symbol means houses, and the space between these houses means scattered, means they never used to stay adjoining or close to each other. Before, they recommended or it was necessary for humans to live far away from each other. So before, it was a necessity for humans to live in scattered houses, but today they all are living with adjoining houses very close to each other, that too in large number. So these are the changes that have taken place with time, that first humans used to live in caves and now they are living in skyscrapers. First it was a necessity for them to live in scattered huts or houses, and now in present, instead of this, they live in adjoining houses very close to each other, that too in large number. And according to Griffith Taylor, a large concentration of this symbol means house. So a large concentration of house means a settlement. Here the number of houses is not decided. One or more scattered huts or houses. Okay? There's a space between these two symbols, so it means scattered, as I said here. So one or more scattered huts or houses or buildings. Now this symbol means building. So one or more scattered houses or huts or buildings in large number can also be said settlement, can also be called as settlement. So with this we can say that a large concentration of houses means a settlement. But here the number of houses is not decided. That means one or more scattered houses or huts or buildings in large number can also be called a settlement. Now, classification of settlement is done on the basis of size and appearance, and also on the basis of profession, population, pattern, shape, etc. So, human settlements can be divided into two types, that is compact or nucleated. S means settlements, compact or nucleated settlements, scattered or dispersed settlements. Compact and or nucleated means together, just like I showed here, and scattered or dispersed means just like I showed here. So you can use these symbols to remember these two too. It can be really easy. And under compact and nucleated settlements, they are divided into two more types, that is rural settlements and urban settlements. Let's see them into detail. First, we'll understand compact or nucleated settlements. It says when many families and more people. Here the plus signs means collectively. When many families and more people collectively decide to create their residences adjoining one another and there they start living permanently, then it can be said a compact or nucleated settlement. Many families and more people. These are the keywords that you need to remember, so it will be easier. You can form a sentence on your own. You just need to remember the keywords. So these are the keywords, that many families and more people collectively, when they decide to create residences adjoining one another and when they start living there permanently, you can call it a compact or nucleated settlement. And this settlement has systematically planned roads, streets, building, etc. This is the characteristic of nucleated or compact settlements. So the keywords that you need to remember in this are many families, more people, when they decide collectively to create residences adjoining one another, that is close to one another, and when they start living there permanently, it can be said compact or nucleated settlements. Now in this settlement, the roads, streets, buildings, etc. are systematically planned. This in short is compact or nucleated settlement. Now, compact and nucleated settlements on the basis of size and functions are divided into two types, that is rural settlements and urban settlements. Let's first understand rural settlements. It simply means, rural settlements is very simple. It simply means that when the word rural depicts predominance of primary activities. We all know what are primary activities, like agriculture, animal husbandry, fishery, forest gathering, all are primary activities. So where there is predominance means the number of quantity, the majority. So when there is a majority of primary activities like agriculture, animal husbandry, fishery, forest gathering, etc., it can be said as a rural settlement. And most of the people in a rural settlement depend upon primary activities. It can also be said so. And animal husbandry is an integral part of RS, means rural settlement. So animal husbandry is an integral and important part of rural settlements. Let's see again. Rural word simply depicts predominance of primary activities. Most of the people living in rural settlements depend upon primary activities. Primary activities include agriculture, animal husbandry, fishery, forest gathering, etc. And among these activities, animal husbandry is an integral part of rural settlement. Now, this says that when there is rural settlement near a sea, river, or lake, when there is a rural settlement near a sea, river, or lake, the activity of fishery is IMP. It's as simple as that. Because seas, rivers, and lakes have fishes in them, so of course, the people living there will adopt the activity of fishery. So, when the rural settlement is near a sea, river, or lake, fishery is IMP. When the rural settlement is near a forested area, forest gathering, hunting, mining activities are IMP, because that's what forested areas are for. And in this type of rural settlement, that is, in this type of forested area rural settlement, the scope of agriculture development is less, but the scope of other activities is more. So other activities can develop more. So what they're trying to say is that in the rural settlement near a forested area, agriculture development is less, but other activities like mining, etc., are important and they flourish there more. So a rural settlement near sea, river, lake, the activity of fishery is important for them, the people living there. And the rural settlement near forested area, forest gathering, hunting, mining, etc., activities are IMP for the people living there. And in this settlement, the scope of agriculture development is less, but the scope of other activities is more, so they develop more. Now, rural settlements are classified on the basis of size, construction, building material used in the construction, etc. And according to the development pattern, they are classified into 7 patterns. The first one is rectangular, second is linear, it can also be said ribbon pattern, circular, triangular, semicircular, star-shaped, and nebular. By reading this, we get a blurred idea of how the settlements can be, but we'll see them in detail in the next video. And let me know in the comment section if this was really worthy. And stay safe and have a good day.